Intelligent design has had its fair share of airtime in the last few years. But is this a real field of science? The Discovery Institute is arguably the most prominent front for intelligent design. They look like a prominent and influential organization. If anyone does, they should know the answer to this question. A quick look on their website, and it's obvious that they have this field well supported by peer-reviewed scientific publications. There are 15 pages worth of such publications, 31 articles. This means this field is well substantiated, at least at first sight. Science works by scientists publishing their research in reputable journals and having their peers try to shred the research apart. If nobody can do that, the research becomes accepted, and it can then be taught in science classes. In the case of intelligent design, the research must be published in journals relating to biology. In this video, I will perform what amounts to a magic trick. Without reading any of these publications, I will discredit the Discovery Institute. That's right, I'm going to accept the papers published by reputable biology journals in these 15 pages without even reading them. And then I'm still going to show that the Discovery Institute is a joke. How am I going to achieve this feat? This page is mostly padding. Let's get rid of this superfluous crap. Now we're down to 4 pages. These are basically duplicates. Science books are supposed to be based on scientific journal articles. Now we're down to 3 pages. There are a number of papers in philosophy, even math. Now we're down to 2 pages. Let's talk for a second about the Rivista di Biologia. This magazine is a joke. It publishes papers such as spontaneous generation of forms, a theory that was discarded when germ theory was formulated. Also some series of imaginary dialogues and monologues between Charles Darwin, his contemporaries, and his memorial. These make a play of the comedy type. Now we're down to half a page. 6 articles. Among these 6 articles, only 3 were written by a member of the Discovery Institute. At this point, I'm tempted to read these articles, but I will resist this temptation and accept all 3 articles as if they were good. Let's approach this from a totally different angle now. The Discovery Institute exists since 1996. During those years, they received monies in the form of donations. Other revenues include from publications and conferences. This money is used in part to promote the Institute, in part for legal fees, and a large portion of it for research. The ultimate objective of research is to produce scientific papers. Here's a distribution of such papers per year. I only have data about the Discovery Institute's budget for the years 2006 through 2009. But let's suppose they get $4 million per year. That's right, $60 million to produce 3 papers. What's going on here? The truth is the Discovery Institute spends only a tiny part of its budget to do research in biology. The rest of the money goes towards other endeavors. All the research is performed by its spin-off research center, the Biologic Institute. They say they conduct research on the origins of life. This organization was started in 2005. The Biologic Institute website has a list of scientific research papers, but which ones were done by this institute? Almost half the articles listed are written before the Biologic Institute was founded, and many have nothing to do with biology, astronomy, math, and engineering. And there's one that's a proceedings. As far as I know, there's only one article, post-2005, that's written by a known employee of the Institute, and it doesn't even support intelligent design. Moreover, those pre-2005 studies that do support intelligent design are already shown in the Discovery Institute's big list. So whatever research they do, it sounds like it has nothing to do with intelligent design. The budget for this organization is as follows. I have the budget data for the years 2007 through 2009. But let's suppose it's about $300,000 a year for the other years. That's about $2.1 million, with very little to show for it. Note that the Biologic Institute also published some articles in their own scientific magazine named Biocomplexity, but I'm not counting those because this magazine is a joke. The managing editor, Doug Axe, writes most of the articles. Let's now look at another organization. The Biology, Geology, and Environment Science Department of the Cleveland State University has an average budget of about $2.2 million a year. This is half the budget of the Discovery Institute, not all of which is going to the biology office. And don't forget, this is a university. A big chunk of this budget is spent on education too. From 2004 to 2009, the biology department of the Cleveland State University managed to produce 88 scientific papers with a budget of $13.5 million. And here I'm not counting the proceedings, the geology, or environmental studies, only biology studies. For the years 2004 through 2009, we count 88 of them. So when we compare the performance of the two institutes, the Discovery Institute's performance is totally inadequate. If I were one of the benefactors of the Discovery Institute, this would sound a very loud alarm. The Discovery Institute is lying to you when they say they do research. I suspect the vast majority of its budget is not spent on research. But it gets worse. If they're not doing much research in biology, what are they spending their money on? A quick look at their tax forms show that the four biggest projects they're working on are development of a balanced, seamless, and expanded transportation system between Washington, Oregon, and British Columbia through public-private partnerships and innovative financing. Production and public service reports, legislative testimony, articles, public conferences and debates, plus media coverage and the Institute's own publication in the field of science and culture. Production of public service reports, legislative testimony, articles, public conferences and debates, plus media coverage and the Institute's own publications in the field of technology. Production of public service books. Hello, religious people. When you give them money, do you really think they'll use it to promote your cause? If the Institute really wants to promote intelligent design, they'll have to clearly show that they're working on intelligent design. Otherwise, the smartest thing to do is cut off your support. But I can be shown wrong. I don't know what's really going on inside the Institute. If you have more details, please contact me.